Okay, here we are, Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press, here at the Southern District of New York Courthouse today, Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. Now, we're heading to the SDNY and we're covering a lot of cases today, but obviously there's a lot of Trump action. Yesterday, the inauguration and the signing of some, but not certainly all, of the executive orders that are coming. At least two of them have already been sued, as we've covered on social media, with links to the lawsuits. There were near immediate lawsuits filed against the ending birthright citizenship executive order. These were filed in New Hampshire and also in Massachusetts. I assume that somehow they're going to be consolidated. We're going to be following them closely. There were also two lawsuits filed in the same court, the District of Columbia, probably more, against DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, being in the White House as opposed to being an own department. They've been sued under the Federal Advisory Committees Act. So I think those are, the docket numbers are only 3 numbers off. I think putting them together is probably not too big a problem, but we'll be covering that. We had said yesterday in the same time frame that it was expected that crypto, which is an issue we cover, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, would be among those first executive orders done either in the Capital One Center or at the Resolute desk, but it was not. But we nevertheless published yesterday the book, Crypto Death Spiral. Could a Luna rise again? Meaning Luna, Terra Luna, and U.S. versus Do Kwon. We're covering that case, and the book is now out. You can find it. So far, it's an ebook and audiobook, but it will soon be in paperback as well for those who are still living in the physical world on crypto. So take a look for it. Crypto Death Spiral. What more can we say? Today, I'm still going to stick with this. I'm going to actually transition, I guess. Well, Eric Adams was down there, you can imagine, and Rudy Giuliani was down there, having recently settled his litigation with the 2020 election workers. Full circle. But today in D.C., sorry about this, Adams Stefanik is going to have her confirmation hearing, and an issue has been well, we'll see, because one of the things, it's been said that in order to pursue one of the executive orders is going to be zeroing out UNRWA, which I thought was already done. You'd think it would be zeroed out, given that the UN itself, at least initially, acknowledged that its own workers were, in some cases, involved in the October 7th attack. But of course, they've now gone back and said, how dare you? I don't know. All I can say is, and again, there are good people working for a lot of UN agencies. At the top, it's totally corrupt. I want to say that. I as a journalist reporting on facts and with sourcing, their response, rather than to answer why Antonio Guterres had an omission on his financial disclosure, was just to physically rough me up, throw me out, and ban me ever since they don't have to respond to litigation, the Constitution, even their own supposed principles of freedom of the press. So here's hoping that this confirmation hearing, expected confirmation, and new era at least changes that one issue. That we'll say. What more can we say? Oh, we wrote a story on the UN yesterday about Libya, a giveaway job already promised. Again, with global taxpayers' money, they just dole out the jobs while solving virtually nothing in terms of conflicts. But so it is. So we're going in today. You're gonna see. There's a case we're covering of who the prosecutors say is a member of Tren de Aragua, and a lot of these executive orders have to do with, one, deporting violent felons. In this case, is a violent carjacking, and dealing with countries that won't take people back, which in this case was Venezuela. So it's a particular case here in SDNY that seems to be directly in the ambit of these executive orders. And so one of the things we'll see is really, where's the beef? Basically, not where's the beef. Again, and there can be abuses on all of these things, but what actually happens in this case? We'll be following it. Inner City Press, to be continued.